All right, greetings. So, turn up the video speed. How I live for under 5K a year. So, auto insurance for my old 1980s van is about $27 a month, 15 bucks for laundry, assuming I'm out traveling, $20 for gas because once I get to a general location, I pretty much don't have to spend about hardly anything. In fact, that goes down to $10 a month when I'm driving truck because I'm never there to drive my van. $30 a month for unlimited data on the cell phone. Let's be real though, I could get that down to $25 and about $25 per week for food. So $110, per month about. So we're talking 202 per month times 12. That equals 2424. Remainder on that 5,000 to 2576. So people say, what about clothing and all the other stuff? If you're going to buy something, buy it out of season for the next year because you get a dirt discount cheap. Go to your local thrift stores. Basically, almost cost nothing. Buy a few new video games per year, a few things here and there. Audiobooks, all sorts of ways to be entertained. Now, people say, what about living in the house? Well, I'm looking forward to turning this place into a rental because I'll rent it for about $1,000 per month, maybe more, maybe less. And so 12,000 a year, and then I'll just recycle that money back into anything the house needs. I mean, I just got done doing a remodel this year on this place, so really it's pretty much brand new on the inside, and the outside's pretty much indestructible. So if assuming I live here, we're talking $130 for water and sewer per month, and maybe 30 in the summer for electricity, 70 maybe up to 70 during the winter. Uh, Really not much. I don't try to keep this place roasting. And normally, I'd be doing something else. Now, ultimately, when this place turns into a rental, I'll go back to the West Coast where my cost of living there between taxes and HOA, 200 for HOA and about 500 for taxes, equals about $60 a month. And I have a public well we can get water from. Just drop an RV there. And we got public beach. Well, not public, a private beach with private tidal lands where I can go and get, clams and oysters. So my goal in the long run is to eat more in seafood than I actually pay over there. So over $60 a month in seafood, assuming that the tides are right and there ain't no paralytic shellfish disease. But when people say you can't live for less than a certain amount, a lot of that's because a lot of people have standards that are ridiculously high. And what would be the quickest way I find to retirement? I often recommend OTR truck driving. Why truck driving? Because all these numbers right here perfectly work with truck driving. You have a free apartment on wheels. You don't have to commute. You don't have car payments and all that other crap. So you're making anywhere from 80 to 100K per year. So in my case, with the experience I have, I'll be making 90 to 100K when I go back. And no rent, no utilities, and then deductions, claim taxes. Basically, by living in a state with no state income tax, I'll basically pay no taxes when you really get down to it because, when you have a 10% match. So the moral of the story is you can be retired by the age of 30 because if you're only living off less than 5K a year, you could take the rest of that money and invest it while you're young, and then compound interest starts working for you. And then for an example, if you're making a paltry 8.5% in the long run after taxes and all the other crap, really you're making 10, but then take out that stuff. 100,000 is more than enough you need right there. So if you get 300,000-400,000 invested when you're young, bada bing, bada boom, you're good to go for the rest of your life. So I don't know. I mean, most people, the way they do things, they do it in the opposite direction. They buy cars, clothes, and crap on credit, like 20% interest rate on their credit cards. They got student loans and all that crap for degrees. It may not be worth anything versus just getting a trade or something. And I'm not anti-college. I just think you should go for something that's real, like, engineering or something that's going to make you the money. And then their whole lifestyle is basically a house for 30 years at whatever interest rate, like a $500,000 home. And for those of you who know who the guy is, I say get it Asmongold Special. You can find cheap housing all over America. You can find places for anywhere from 30 to 50,000 to 80, 150,000. So you're driving truck for a couple of years. Go buy yourself a good place and keep it. One thing I would recommend, unless you really have a reason to do a remodel, don't. I did a remodel on this place and it cost me a lot of money I saved. And so, yeah, in the future, I would just do an Asmongold Special and just comfortably live and just do the repairs as I need to. But yeah, Freedom Phil, like, subscribe. Feel free to share it if you want to. And always turn up the video speed. And people are like, why do you say that? And it's like simple as this. I can say it at this speed. You can listen to it way faster because you can comprehend faster than I can talk. So y'all have a great day. Take it easy.